Hello folks, Gordon here, hope all is well with you. And this video I've called The Risk of Dog Poo. And it's looking at one of my quote images. I've posted it in my feed today, I'll post it again under this video when I finish the video. It was a picture of a blanket of leaves taken this week in October back in 2015 on an autumn woodland stroll. And I put the words over the top. Sometimes life is about jumping in and taking a risk. Like jumping into autumn leaves despite the risk of dog poo. Because I remember taking the picture and crouching down. It was the first time I was getting into the low angle technique for taking photos. So I was crouching down thinking, oh, look at that fantastic blanket of autumn leaves. Just right to be jumping into. And then my immediate thought was, well, hang on, dog poo. Now, why that was my immediate thought, I don't know. Maybe it's a childhood trauma that I buried for all those years. I don't know. But nevertheless, it's true, isn't it? You could jump into a pile of autumn leaves and land in some dog poo underneath. But life is all about taking risks, isn't it? Whether that's in health, wealth, career, relationships, lifestyle. You could say, you could blunder in like a bull in a china shop and not worry about risks in life. Just want to do something. And you could go and jump into a pile of autumn leaves and think, yeah, I could land in dog poo. I might not land in dog poo. I don't mind risk assessment. I've been guilty myself of being overly cautious, overthinking risk, and missing out on opportunity because I've been too worried about the risk. I know I'm guilty of it myself, which is why I can relate to the point. So I don't mind assessing risk, thinking about risk, and being mindful of risk. So I don't really advocate blundering through life without any regard to risk at all. That's just not my style. If that's someone's style, that's the way they want to do it. It's not up to me to tell people otherwise. But people who have that attitude, and good for them if that's their attitude, will come a cropper at various points. Now, they take that as a price worth paying for taking opportunity and not closing themselves off to things. If you see a pile of leaves and you see a dog crouching on top of it, laying a cable, you might think, no, that is a risk. I'm not going to be jumping into there. That's a reasonable risk assessment. But to think that every time you jump into a pile of autumn leaves, you're going to land in dog poo, that is being overly cautious, isn't it? Because the ultimate way of knowing that you're never going to land in dog poo is to never jump into autumn leaves. This is an analogy. Well, it's an actual example, but it's an analogy as well, isn't it? Health, wealth, career, relationships, lifestyle. The way to totally avoid risk is to never avoid action, because the risk doesn't apply then, does it? It's not even in the conversation. But blimey, what are you going to miss out on in life? Are you going to miss out on life itself if you take that attitude? You're never going to know the fun of jumping into autumn leaves if you take that attitude. So it's always a balancing act. It's down to the individual. So my mantra is, and it's the mantra that I recommend because I can only talk from my own views, is that yeah, you can assess risks. Yeah, you can decide if it's a risk that you want to take, if you don't mind the consequence, or if you do mind the consequence. You can decide whether to take risk out of the equation at all, completely close off that opportunity by yourself, to yourself. It's a personal decision. But all the things that, when I've achieved things in life, it's been by taking risks. It's been by effectively jumping in to that pile of autumn leaves and taking the risk of dog poo. And I would suggest life is better for it when we do that. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the photo that I took this week in October back in 2015. And let me know what you think about the words I put over the top. Sometimes life's about jumping in and taking a risk. Like jumping into autumn leaves despite the risk of dog poo. Okay, signing off for now. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below wherever you happen to be seeing this video. Wishing you as ever health and happiness, and I will speak to you again soon.